Number 25. How do you handle criticism? The key here is to point out that criticism is the best way to improve. Mention that you never take it personally and give some examples from your past. Number 24. What do you think of the last company you worked for? No matter how much you hated your last job, it was a great platform that helped you improve your skills. Period. Number 23. Do you have any questions for me? You always want to have a few. It shows that you did your research and you're interested. Number 22. Why do you think you'll be successful at this job? Highlight the similarities between the job requirements and your skill set. If there aren't many, either apply elsewhere or improvise. Number 21. How do you see yourself 5 years from now? Relate this one to the objective line of your resume and act like you have a vision, even if you can barely figure out tomorrow's breakfast. Number 20. What do you look for in a manager or boss? This is not the time to be specific. Broad answers like fair and encouraging will come in handy. Number 19. Will you put the interests of the organization ahead of your own? It should go without saying, but unless you have a very Google-esque and off-the-wall interviewer, anything but a yes is sure to land you back in the job market. Number 18. What motivates you to do your best while working? Good ideas would be work environment, discipline, and integrity. A bad idea might be the salary. Number 17. What is more important, the money or the work? They both are. Sure, for the last question you deliberately avoided mentioning the salary, but you don't have to downplay the fact that you get a paycheck either. Besides, you don't want to smooch too much. Number 16. How will you compensate for your lack of experience? This is the question relevant to most young job seekers today. Just because you have less experience doesn't mean you shouldn't apply. During the interview, highlight similar roles or jobs you've held, even if they aren't exactly related. Number 15. What irritates you about coworkers? Every workplace has the possibility of drama. In your case, the best thing to do would be to mention that you specifically make a point to get along with everybody. See the deflection? You're well on your way to being a politician. Number 14. What would you rather do, follow or lead? It's a good idea to point out your leadership experience or capabilities, but also mention that you don't mind following if necessary. Number 13. Are you a team player? Once again, anything but a yes will seal your fate. Make sure you give examples of teams you've worked on. Always give examples. Number 12. How long would you work for us? You don't have to give a specific timeline. Just don't make it sound as if you're going to leave next week. You want to stick around for a while. Number 11. What do coworkers say about you? Scan your brain for anything good that anybody has ever said about you and be truthful. If you can't think of anything, then you have bigger problems than just finding a job. Number 10. Why have you been unemployed for so long? Whatever your reason, make it sound like you've been productive in actively attending classes or improving your knowledge. Employers just don't want lazy bums. Number 9. Why should we hire you? Whatever you do, just don't compare yourself to other interviewers. Number 8. What are your strengths? We've mentioned it before, but give examples. Specific examples are even better. Number 7. Why did you leave your last job? You may have hated your boss, hated your coworkers, and hated everything else too, but if you didn't leave for positive reasons, you might as well wrap up the interview now. Number 6. What are your weaknesses? Ideally, you want to mention weaknesses that are either strengths in disguise or weaknesses that can be easily improved upon. Number 5. Tell me about yourself. There are two approaches you can take here. Either you can go deep and come out with a sap story, or you can stay superficial and talk about work-related things. Common wisdom suggests the latter. Number 4. Tell me about your dream job. Don't be specific. Stick to broad generalizations, like a great environment or something of the sort. Number 3. Describe your management style. Something along the lines of leading by example might be good, and speaking of examples, use them. Number 2. What is your philosophy towards work? It's probably best to avoid adjectives here. Talk about basic values you've adopted in past workplaces or the energy that you can bring to the team. Those would be better choices. And number 1. Do you consider yourself successful? Yes, you should. Success doesn't have to mean conquering the world. Describe your accomplishments and the things you're proud of. If you liked the video you just saw, then feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel by using the orange button in the top right. And don't forget to go check out our website at list25.com for more awesome lists.